If the last sun were to die, let it be us who reignites it with our fury. Commander Zeryon Vorthar's words thundered through the halls of the Lone Leviathan, echoing deeply in the minds of his crew. This wasn't merely a speech, it was a solemn vow. The crew's eyes burned with determination, though fear lingered in their hearts. How could they falter before the Zeryons, a force that had consumed entire worlds? Would humanity be just another species erased from existence? Their answer was clear: they would fight, not for glory, but for survival. The Zeryons, beings forged with advanced biotechnology, left a trail of devastation in their wake. While neighboring civilizations fell to their might, humanity didn't beg for peace. Instead, it prepared. The Lone Leviathan, armed with unprecedented technology, was the pinnacle of that preparation. Now, the warship moved toward the enemy's defensive network, a maze of orbital stations and patrol fleets. "Activate the Phantom Veil," ordered Vorthar. In seconds, the ship vanished from Zeryon sensors. "Release the Spectres," he commanded. Small, spherical devices infiltrated enemy systems, hacking their defenses and turning them against their creators. With a cold smile, Vorthar gave the final order: open fire. Thus, humanity's first strike was delivered, marking the beginning of a war that would never be forgotten. The formidable defensive stations turned on their own allies, obliterating patrol fleets and triggering mines in calculated patterns. The Zeryons' impenetrable barrier crumbled into chaos without a single shot fired by the Lone Leviathan. Yet the crew remained vigilant, knowing this was only the beginning. "Commander." "Incoming transmission from Zeryon Command," reported Lyra Cohn, cutting through the tense atmosphere. On screen, Vorthar replied calmly. The projection revealed a Zeryon warrior. Its figure was imposing, clad in segmented armor that seemed alive. Its eyes burned with icy fire, and its voice carried a deep resonance that filled the ship. "Humans," it growled, dripping with disdain. "You dare challenge the Zeryon Empire? Your world will burn, and your bones will enrich our soil." Vorthar's gaze remained steady. "Deploy the drones," he commanded, his tone as cold as the void. The Leviathan's bays opened, releasing a swarm of experimental drones. Equipped with adaptive AI, these machines were unlike anything used before. The drones vanished into the darkness, cloaked from view, spreading out to intercept the advancing Zeryon fleet. "They're coming full force, Commander," grunted Pharaoh, the grizzled veteran. Vorthar's eyes remained locked on the tactical display. "Let them come. That's why we're here. The battle is just beginning, but humanity is ready to face the impossible. What about you? How far do you think the Leviathan can go? Share your theories in the comments and let us know what you think will happen next. The fate of the galaxy hangs in the balance. Each minute stretched into eternity as the Lone Leviathan pressed forward. On the screen, the Zeryon fleet finally emerged, a vast sea of colossal warships, moving with lethal precision, a testament to their cold, calculated efficiency. "All hands to battle stations," Vorthar ordered. The crew took their positions with flawless discipline, fully aware of the monumental challenge ahead. The Zeryon struck first, unleashing a storm of light and missiles against the Leviathan's shields. "Drones engaging," reported Cohn. On the screen, the autonomous machines targeted weak points with deadly accuracy. Explosions shattered the Zeryon formation, disrupting their once perfect coordination. But the enemy adapted swiftly, focusing their fire on the drones. "Losses increasing," warned Cohn. "As planned," Vorthar replied, activating the next phase. As the drones fell, they released swarms of invisible nanobots, infiltrating and disabling Zeryon systems. Within minutes, enemy ships began to falter, silent weapons, severed communications, and failed power grids. "Now it's our turn," Vorthar declared. The Leviathan's weapons tore through the enemy fleet with relentless precision. Explosions rippled as the Zeryon struggled to regroup. "Fleet collapsing," reported Cone. "Finish them," Vorthar ordered. As the last Zeryon ship disintegrated, silence fell. There was no celebration, only the grim resolve that the fight was far from over. "Transmission from Earth," announced Cone. On screen, Vorthar commanded, as Admiral Graves' grave visage appeared. Admiral Graves' weary face appeared on the screen, lined with the scars of war. "Commander Vorthar," he said, his voice heavy. "The Zeryon fleet is gone, but the true battle lies ahead. The fate of Earth is in your hands." "We're already en route, Admiral," Vorthar replied firmly. "They'll pay for everything they've done." Graves nodded, ending the transmission with a final, resolute look. "Prepare for the final approach," Vorthar commanded. "This ends now." The Lone Leviathan hurtled toward Neryon, the Zeryon homeworld. The planet appeared on the display, a dark, volcanic sphere surrounded by a web of orbital defenses. It was the heart of the Empire, the source of all its devastation. Inside the defensive grid, Cone reported. "Release the nanites," Vorthar ordered. A torrent of invisible machines swarmed the enemy defenses, dismantling weapon platforms and planetary shields with surgical precision. "Massive energy signature detected," Cone warned. "It's a superweapon. Bring us into low orbit and prepare to engage," Vorthar commanded. The Leviathan descended, revealing Neryon's hellish surface, rivers of molten lava and fortress-like structures. At the center, a colossal cannon prepared to fire. The Leviathan's main cannon aligned, but before it could fire, a blinding energy beam erupted from the planet. "Brace for impact," Vorthar shouted, as the ship shuddered violently under the assault. The Lone Leviathan staggered, its shields barely holding after the devastating blow. Alarms blared as the crew struggled to stabilize the ship. "Damage report," Vorthar demanded. "Shields at 20%, weapons still operational," Cone replied, her voice steady despite the chaos. "It's enough," Vorthar said, his eyes burning with determination. "Prepare the Oblivion cannon. We end this now." As the Leviathan dove toward the fortress, the superweapon below charged for another strike. "Target locked," Cone reported. "Impact in 15 seconds. Time slowed." The Zeryon cannon fired, but the Leviathan answered with its own. A beam of pure energy sliced through the fortress, triggering a massive explosion that rippled across the planet. The shockwave tore Neryon apart. Volcanoes erupted, and the ground split into vast chasms. "The fortress is destroyed," Cone confirmed, disbelief in her voice. "Begin evacuation," Vorthar commanded. "This planet won't survive." As the Leviathan retreated, Neryon imploded, consumed by its own destruction. The crew watched in silence, knowing they had ended a galactic nightmare. Vorthar stared at the screen one last time. "The galaxy is safe, for now." The Leviathan vanished into the void, carrying the weight of a victory that would echo through history. What did you think of this epic journey? Leave your thoughts in the comments and share this video with someone who loves electrifying stories. And remember, in the vastness of the universe, survival belongs to those who dare to fight. Because sometimes, to save everything, you must destroy the impossible.